Hey Mom, are you there? I just really wanted to say that we were really grateful for you making it to our wedding. I'm really sorry that we hardly had any time to talk about anything at the wedding itself. It was one of the best, most happiest days of my entire life. And it still all feels like such a blur when I stop to think about it.
Oh, Max, you have no idea how proud I was just to see you standing up at the altar. I know how busy you were the whole day. It took me back to when I got married too, but don't you worry about not talking to me more. I know how much you must have had on your mind, son. For the record, though, I thought the wedding was just fantastic and really lovely. I was so happy that I could be there for you.
It really makes me so happy to hear you say those things, Mom. Thank you again so much. I also just wanted to let you know that I was going to take off some time next month from work so that I could visit home and we can spend more time together.
Oh, Max, you don't have to go and do something like that just for me, you know. I mean, you've just gotten married. I'm sure that you're still so busy. Not to mention the fact that you probably want to spend more time with Laura, don't you? I wouldn't mind at all if you went and spent some time with her and her family before you took the time to come and talk with me.
But, Mom, your birthday is coming up soon. Do you really think that I would ever want to miss something like that? It's no trouble at all.
You even remembered my birthday? Oh, I'm just amazed at how lucky I am to have you as a son sometimes. Thank you so much for saying something. Even I sometimes forget when my birthday is even. I pay so little attention to it.
Well, you know that I would never forget something as important as my mom's birthday. I mean, I do always help you celebrate every single year, don't I? Normally, Toby and I are always sending out a birthday card that we both signed. But I think this year you're going to be getting one from Laura and I instead.
You know that you really don't have to go and send me something. I know that you remember my birthday, and that's enough for me. Besides, I'm already so old and have had enough birthdays. You don't need to worry about an old lady like me.
Don't be silly, Mom. You're my mother. And I want to let you know just how grateful I am to have you in my life. I mean, you raised Toby and I as a single mother. And now that I'm an adult, I can really start to realize just how difficult that must have been. But I want you to know that I'll never ever forget what you did for us in the family, and that I'll always be there for you.
Max, I really am just so proud of you, son. Thank you so much. But I also want you to know that I hope you don't think you have to do this to be a good son to me. I want you to know that the best thing you could do for me is to live a long and happy life with a family of your own. That's all I've ever wanted for you.
Well, don't go talking as if you're not long for this world either. You still have plenty of years ahead, and I plan on doing all that I can to make them fulfilling for you. And so you better look forward to your birthday this year, okay? I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to see you on the day since it's a weekday, but I will see you soon after that, and we'll go out and celebrate then.
Please, Max, I am telling you that you really don't have to go through the trouble just for me. You just worry about finding enough time in your schedule for me, but don't go forcing yourself to make a visit to me if it's too difficult. You're married with a wife now, and you need to make sure that you're spending enough time with her as well, okay? I know that I'm your family too, but you have responsibilities, and I won't be the reason why you step away from them.
Okay, Mom, you're right. And I really appreciate you always giving me good advice like that, by the way. Anyways, you'll be hearing from me soon, okay? Looking forward to seeing you when I do.
I'll look forward to it, but just don't push yourself too much. I know that you're busy with your job, so make sure you're focusing on that as well. And don't forget that you're married now, too. You can't just be working overtime all the time now. You have to spend some time with your new wife.
Oh, I think that Laura's going to be just okay now with how things are, actually. She's wanted to be a housewife for a while now, and I think she's happy to have her chance. If I'm being honest, she still has a long way to go in terms of being able to actually take care of the house well, but I know that she's trying, and that's all that matters to me. The only thing is that she doesn't quite seem to have budgeting and now how to spend smartly down just yet, but we're working on it.
Well, if that's the case, then make sure that you spend enough time with Laura so that you two can communicate about that, okay? Even if you've known the person for a long time, marrying them can still present a lot of new changes and challenges, and it's important to approach those as a couple. So if you're having money problems, make sure that you're patient enough with Laura to explain to her what you want in a way that she can understand and contribute to as well, okay?
Of course, Mom, and I really appreciate your input. Those are all important things to keep in mind when moving ahead. I don't think we've really gotten upset with each other about it yet, but I'll remember to keep a cool head. I think we just need to talk about some spending habits is all.
Well, that makes sense. Just remember that you two have never lived together before, right? So before, you really only had to worry about earning and spending for yourself. But now that you're a family, there's the two of you plus the future to think about. She might just need some time to adjust to all of this.
You're absolutely right, Mom. This is all really good advice for me, and I won't let it go to waste. Thanks so much for listening to my problems and for giving your input. I'll be talking to Laura about all that you said here.
That's my boy. I'm sure that you two will be just fine, okay? Now, you go and have a nice rest of your night.
Hi there, Mom. I'm just messaging you right now to wish you a very happy birthday. I'm sorry that I'm sending this message so late, but I had a rushed morning and then was at work for a long time. I just got out of the office now, so that's why I'm sending the message at this time. By the way, did the birthday package from Laura and I arrive at your house?
Yes, it did arrive.
Oh, that's just great to hear. I'm so happy it got there on your birthday. I was worried that it wasn't going to make it on time. And then I was thinking all day about whether or not it had arrived since I hadn't heard anything from you.
Well, I have to say, I was quite surprised at what was inside when I opened it up.
You're kidding me. Did we really surprise you? And here I thought we were getting you something that you'd been wanting for a long time. By the way, don't worry about the price at all. I know it might be a bit shocking, but it's your birthday, and we just wanted to give back to you.
Oh yes, the price. That was another thing about your gift that just really shocked me.
Really? I didn't think you'd be that thrown off by our gift. We just had our wedding, so we had some extra money to use, and I wanted to make sure you knew how much you mean to me. Consider the gift a way of saying thank you for all the hard work that you've done in raising Toby and I. I know how hard your life must have been and how we probably didn't make it easier on you most days. So I just really wanted you to get that gift and know how I felt.
And so that's all the meaning behind this old moldy slice of cake that you've sent me?
Wait, what? What do you mean, moldy slice of cake?
I mean, that's why I was so surprised. Everything arrived in this great big box and I was a bit confused. But then I opened up the lovely pack and inside was a piece of moldy, stinky birthday cake. I have no idea just where you even got a cake like that. And the letter that came with it basically said something to the effect of you never wanted to talk to me ever again. That's why I was so shocked. I actually cried for the first time in I don't know how long because of what you sent me.
Wait, what? I don't understand. What do you mean? Did you really get that in the mail? You thought that we sent you that?
What are you talking about? It has your name on the return address. How could you do this to me, Max? How could you do this to your own mother on her birthday? I thought that I raised you better than this. We had such a lovely conversation the other day, and this is how you show your gratitude? I just don't even know what to say.
Wait, no, there has to be some kind of mistake here. This isn't right.
What mistake could there be? You've made what you want to say to me very clear with your gift and letter. What else did I miss?
I mean that I didn't send you a rotten piece of cake or write that letter. Something is going on here. I would never in a million years send you something like that. I did send you a dessert, but it was a fresh piece of cake from a nice bakery. And the other gift we sent you was a really pretty watch that we shelled out a lot for. I remember that you're always talking about losing track of time and that the strap on your old watch was falling apart. So I wanted to give you a new one that looks really nice.
Well, I didn't get any kind of watch or cake. I just got all this. What is going on here?
I have no idea, but I promise to you that I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Unless I think I might know.
Hey, Laura, are you there? I really need to ask you something about the gift that you and Max sent me the other day. Did you by chance happen to send me a really old piece of cake? I mean, like, rotten and moldy old. Oh no! Did my little secret finally slip out? I was wondering when you were going to find out, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew how Max and I really felt about you, so I made some changes to your gift. What is the matter with you? Is this supposed to be some kind of sick prank or something like that? I just wanted to let you know how sick we are of you always interfering in our lives, Mary. You mean that you really did this on purpose? Of course I did. You think a mistake like that would ever really happen? Of course I sent you all of that on purpose. I don't know what to say to that. Here I was just trying to confirm with you about what happened. But I had no idea that you disliked me so much. Of course I dislike you. I hate you, in fact. Just why do you think you'd be worthy of getting such an expensive present, huh? I was so shocked and disgusted when Max told me what he was getting for you. I can't believe he spent so much money. You know, I had no idea at all what it was that he was going to send me in the first place. And when I told Max just what had come in the mail, he was shocked to hear what I had told him as well. Even after we were on the same page, he was sure that there was some kind of mistake that had happened. Well, there was no mistake about it at all. I just plain hate you, and that's why I sent you what I did. So I hope you enjoyed your birthday cake. And I hope you got the message. He and I want nothing to do with you ever again as long as we live. Do you understand? So then you admit you were the one that switched out my real birthday gift with an old moldy piece of birthday cake? How could you do that to someone, even if you do dislike them? And I know for a fact that my son knew nothing about this at all. So the only one who has a problem with me is you. Isn't that right? It's true. Max had no idea about any of this, but even he went way too far buying you such an expensive gift. What was he thinking with that? A watch like that would look way too fancy on a poor little nobody like you. So I took the watch that he gave you and I sold it online to make myself back some of our money that Max wasted on you. You have got to be kidding me. You mean that you took the present that Max bought for me and you just turned around and sold it? I'm afraid that you are not the person that I thought you were at all. I had no idea you were capable of doing such horrible things. Aw, are you mad because you'll have to keep using your crappy little watch? You think I care at all about how you feel? Get real. I don't care how upset you are now that you know just how much I really hate you. I never want you to bother Max and I ever again, as long as you live. Do you understand me? And I never want Max to waste another cent on a no-good lost cause like you. I have no idea what you're talking about at all. Why is it any concern of yours if Max chooses to use his own money to buy me something nice? It matters because we're married now, and that means that his money is also mine. And I'm not going to see my money wasted on a parasite like you. I also want you to know that when you're all old and gray, Max and I aren't going to do anything to take care of you. You'll be on your own forever. So you're telling me that you just want me to disappear from my own son's life? Do you really think that it's even that simple? I mean, I'm his mother, for crying out loud. You think I can just up and disappear without a trace? Get real. Well, it's exactly what I expect you to do. If you have any complaints about it, you can save it. One of the whole reasons why I married Max in the first place was because I could tell that he was going to be making a ton of money in the future. But now that I'm married to him, I realize that he has you sucking up all of his money the moment he even makes any. You're nothing but a vampire. You really think that I need my son's money to survive? You have no idea what you're talking about at all. But I have had just about enough of all this rudeness from you. Just where do you get off talking to your mother-in-law like this? You think I care at all what some single mother has to say to me? You're a nobody. If you were a somebody, then you wouldn't have been left all alone to raise 2 children on your own. It's already clear that you're not somebody worth having around and never will be. The next chance I get, I'm going to erase your number from Max's phone. So don't go telling him anything about this conversation, or else I am going to make things so much worse for you. Do you understand me? I have no idea why you're so set on trying to get me out of the picture anyways. I mean, just what did I even do to you to make you act this way? If you're really so concerned about the money, then I can just talk to Max and tell him to not buy me any more gifts. You say that now, but who knows in the future when you'll really need money for all your elderly expenses. We won't give you a cent, got it? All that money is mine. Do you hear me? It's all mine. So the only reason that you even married my son in the first place was for his money? Is that really what you're telling me right now? Of course that's the main reason why I married him. What other reason would I have to marry Max, huh? Why else does anyone marry anyone if not for the money, huh? I understand that may be something people consider before they get married, but that shouldn't be the main reason why you marry someone. And this is my son that we're talking about. Do you really think that you can get away with talking about him like this? I don't care at all what you say, because I know that I can make Max do whatever I want. I've come this far in marrying him for his money, and my only mistake was forgetting that you were here. So why don't you just take the message that I sent you and leave us alone forever? You really are just terrible, you know that? How could you marry my son and then try to cut him off from the rest of his family? You have no respect for anyone, and you're one of the most selfish people that I've ever met. There is not a single thing that I can respect you for. I already told you that I don't care at all what you think. The best thing that you can do right now, if you want to save yourself a world of pain, is just disappear forever. Then I can finally rest easy knowing that the person using up all my precious money will finally be out of my life. I want to be a housewife, but I don't want to be a nurse, and I will never ever take care of my mother-in-law in the future. And just who even asked you to do something like that for me in the first place? Nobody yet, but I'm not stupid. I know that housewives get asked to take care of their mothers-in-law all the time when she gets old. This is all part of my plan to set up my perfect life now so that I don't have to worry about how to deal with you in the future. If I can get rid of you now, then we won't have to think about you down the road. Laura, I am only 50 years old, and it's going to be a long, long time before I need any kind of nursing. Do you realize that? Besides, I do have Max's brother and other family that I can call on if it's really such an upsetting concept for you. Wait, what? You mean you're fine just asking your family for help instead of me? Well, I guess I just never thought of that. But now I see that you were only ever marrying my son for his money. You've really left me with no other choice but to go to him and tell him all about what you've told me. Wait, what? No, you can't do that. You can't just share this private conversation with him. Actually, I can. and I've already taken screenshots of you saying that you could control him however you saw fit. So I am sure that you will be hearing from him soon, asking to talk to you. Hold on, no, wait, this is all just a joke. The cake was just a funny prank, I swear. Just who are you trying to fool with that? And it really is such a shame, too, given that you and Max just got married. Oh well, better that this all ends now before it went any further, if you ask me. In the end, I talked to Max and showed him the kinds of messages that Laura was sending me. He was shocked to see such words being sent from his own wife. When he tried talking to Laura about it, she tried making up some lie to tell him, but he could see right through her. They got into a big fight, and finally Max demanded that they get a divorce. In the alimony talks, Max made sure that Laura would have to pay for the watch that she sold online, and he used the money to buy me a second watch.